everybody, welcome to another video. My name is Infiniti and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to crochet the Leafhopper stitch. It is a very highly textured, absolutely gorgeous stitch that would go well, I think, on heirloom blankets. This will also make a really unique sweater, but I could be biased. I like to design garments. It doesn't offer, well, I could be wrong. I think apart from the foundation row, the pattern offers a decent amount of stretch, but not so much to where it would bend out of shape too easily. So this pattern would require just a little bit of blocking. It is more of an intermediate level stitch pattern, so if you are well seasoned in crochet, then we can begin. Alright, I'm going to grab my crochet hook and some yarn and we are going to jump into this tutorial. Alright, we are going to start off with a slip knot here. And we are going to chain in multiples of 4 and then add an additional 3 for our foundation. So I'm going to do 16 and then add an additional 3. So I'm going to do a quick recount. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Alright, once I have my stitch count, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to double crochet into the 4th chain from my hook. So, not counting the loop on the hook. There's 1, 2, 3, and this next one is number 4. I'm going to yarn over and double crochet into that. Alright, and now I'm going to double crochet into each chain along my foundation. Okay, now I am coming up on my last double crochet of this row. Alright, and now I'm going to chain up 3. 1, 2, 3, and turn my work. Alright, now that we've turned our work, what we're going to do is we are going to double crochet into the 2nd stitch. So not the one where the chain is coming out of, but the next one over. We're just going to double crochet. Okay, and now we want to work on our clusters. So what we're going to do is we are going to look at these first 3 stitches here. We're not going to work around this one. We're going to work around the post of the stitch that we just worked into. And what we're going to do is we're going to yarn over, we're going to insert our hook in the front post style, so in one side and out the other. I'm going to yarn over and pull up a loop. You want to pull it up to the height of the double crochet. Okay, and we're going to do this twice. So we're going to yarn over again, insert our hook in the front post style, yarn over, pull up a loop, and we're going to pull it up to height. And then we are going to yarn over and we're going to pull through 4 of those 5 loops on our hook. And there are 2 loops remaining on our hook. Okay, and then we're going to look at this next stitch over. We're not going to work into that. We're going to move over to the next stitch and we are going to work another one of our leaves. So that means we're going to yarn over, insert our hook in the front post style, yarn over, pull up a loop to height. We're going to yarn over again, make our 2nd part of our leaf, pull it up to height, and we're going to yarn over and pull through 4 of those loops. Okay, now we have 3 loops on our hook. Now we're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 of those loops on our hook. And that is our first leaf. Okay, and so now we are going to work in the next 3 stitches over. So what we want to do first is to kind of pull this leaf forward and look at these stitches in the back. This stitch is technically the one that we worked into, but the next one over is the one we're going to place our double crochet into. Just a normal double crochet. Okay, and now we are going to double crochet in the next stitch and then again in the next stitch. Alright, so now we have double crocheted into 3 double crochets. Now what we want to do is create another leaf. So while we're looking at this stitch, we're actually going to be working on either side of it. So I'm going to start making my next leaf around the post before this stitch. And for your own reference, if that confuses you, you can always place a stitch marker around that stitch to note that you are not working into that stitch, but on either side of it. So what I want to do here is I'm going to yarn over, I'm going to insert my hook in the front post style. I'm going to yarn over and pull up a loop, pull it up the height of my double crochet, and I'm going to do it a second time. So I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook around that post, yarn over and pull up a loop to height. Then I'm going to yarn over and pull through 4 loops on my hook. Now I have 2 loops remaining on my hook. I'm going to skip this guy with the stitch marker in it, and I'm going to come over to this next post on the other side. I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to work around that post in the same way. So yarn over, pull up a loop to height, yarn over, insert, pull up a loop to height. And then I'm going to yarn over and pull through 4 of those loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over and pull through the final 3 loops on my hook. And that's my second leaf hopper. Now, the handy thing about having the stitch marker on your stitch is that it helps you to see when you go to fold the leaf down where you need to work. So we're not going to be working into this stitch, but the next one over. And this starts our pattern over where we create 3 double crochet. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I'm going to keep using the same stitch marker. Alright, and now I want to look at my next double crochet 1 row below. And I'm going to replace my stitch marker. Alright, now we can start the process all over again with creating our leaf clusters. And you're going to work this repeat all the way to the end of your row. And I'll meet you back when I get to the end of mine. Alright, and when you get to the end of your row, you technically have 2 stitches left over. So there's that 1 that we usually work into. Oops. You have to kind of fold the leaf out of the way to see it, but there's 1. And then there's that chain 3 from the previous row, and you're going to work into the top of that with the double crochet. Alright, and this is what row 2 looks like. So now we're ready to move on to row 3. We're going to chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, turn our work. You can see the back of this is very plain, so it's not reversible. Should have noted that at the beginning. We are going to work a double crochet into this next stitch over, so not where the chain 3 is coming out of, but the very next one. We're going to insert our hook and double crochet. Alright, and then we're going to double crochet all the way across the row. Then we will chain 3 and turn our work. Alright, now we're on to row 4. For row 4, we are going to yarn over. We're going to double crochet into this next stitch over, so not where the chain is coming out of. There's 1 of them. There's 2. And then there's 3. Okay? Now we're going to work our leaf cluster. So we're going to look at this next stitch, but we're not going to work into it. We're going to work into the post of the stitch we just worked into. So you're going to yarn over, insert your hook around that post in the front post manner. You're going to yarn over and pull up a loop to height. You're going to yarn over again, work around that post again, pulling another loop up to height, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through those 4. Okay, and again we're going to yarn over. We're going to skip this stitch, insert our hook around the next post over, yarn over, pull up a loop to height, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop to height. Okay, and then we are going to yarn over and pull through 4 of those. You're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Okay, and you can see our end goal here is to offset these leaf cluster patterns as the rows continue on. So now what we're going to do is we are going to work the next 3 stitches in double crochet. So again, folding that leaf forward and working into that post right there. There's 2. And then there's 3. Alright, we're going to look at the next stitch over. We're not going to work into it, we're going to work into the post of the stitch before it with another leaf cluster. 1, 2. Okay, there's 2 loops remaining on my hook. Now I'm going to skip this center stitch right here and work around the next post with another leaf cluster. Alright, I got 3 loops on my hook and I'm going to yarn over and pull through all 3. Okay, and I'm just going to repeat this process all the way across my row until I get to the last couple of stitches. Alright, after you make your last leafhopper stitch, you're going to realize that you have 4 stitches left. So we are going to work a double crochet into each of those last 4 stitches. So again, you're going to fold them forward just a little bit so you can see that first stitch that you're supposed to work into. And then you're going to work the remaining 3 double crochet. And that is row 4. Now we're going on to row 5. You're going to chain up 3. 1, 2, 3. Going to turn our work, and what we're going to do is double crochet in each stitch along. So again, not the stitch where the chain is coming out of, but the very next one over. And we're going to double crochet into each stitch along. Alright, and so this pattern is a 3-row repeat. In order to move on, you would repeat rows 2 through 5 over and over again until you reach the desired length of your project. I think this stitch pattern would be really great for blankets, like I said earlier in the video, wearables, so sweaters. I would even consider designing a shawl with this pattern. It's very highly textured, and for the seasoned crocheter, it's fairly simple. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If so, don't forget to leave this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on future crafty content. If you're looking for more from me, you can head over to my website or my Instagram page where you can find whips, updates on current projects. Sign up for the newsletter so you don't miss out on said updates. Officially, if you like the way I teach on YouTube, you're going to love the way I teach behind my membership program, where I am releasing my knit and crochet patterns on a monthly basis. I'll leave the link to that program in my description box. I think that's all for the day. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, happy making! This video is brought to you by my supporters on Ko-fi. Thank you so much. Your donations help drive the creativity behind all the content under Infiniti Crafting Co.